What's up, everybody, and welcome to another session of the Let's Talk show by Interlingua. As usual, I am your host, Mike Ruiz, and tonight's topic is very interesting because nowadays everybody does it, and I do mean everyone from young kids to all full grown adults. Hell, even your grandparents, middle aged people, everybody buys things online. This growing market, I remember that it used to be a taboo because there was a lot of concern among a lot of people, including me, that if you bought things online, maybe they would clone your credit card or they would use your identity for other stuff. Nowadays, practically, there are tons of different alternatives, tons of different choices where you can just go, click what you want, buy it, say, hey, man, maybe I will pay with my card, maybe I'll do a transfer, maybe I will meet you and pay cash. There are plenty of choices. Nowadays, almost every single person buys online, but not all of them sell online. So let's talk about these two perspectives. One, from the business perspective, from the entrepreneur point of view, and from the customer's perspective. Let's begin with the first mentioned. Making his return to the Let's Talk show, we got Tony again. And Tony has not only one, but two sites in which he, has developed himself as a businessman. Hey, Tony, what up, man? How are you?
Oh, what's up, bro? Everything's good. Everything's good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, I'm always glad to have you, bro. And I recently found out. I thought you had only just one online business, but I recently found out that you have two. Tell me, what are those businesses about?
Well, one of them is seafood delivery, and we focus all on seafood, shrimp. Depending on the season, we can do some lobster burritos. I do a salmon dish. I do aguachiles, ceviches, crunchy shrimp, shrimp burritos, etc. So I only stick to about 6 plates. I have that one, and the other one is infused products for massage oils, aromatherapy. I cultivate the flowers, and I also extract the oils from the lavenders. Um, this is a little sample that I have for it's lavender oil. So I infused it with. It has a touch of avocado oil, oregano oil. The avocado oil helps you to improve your eyesight because it has vitamin A. The oregano oil helps you to clean your bronchus system, your lungs. It has vitamin D. The lavender helps you to relax a little bit, you know. So I use those type of essences to also make massage oils, so that when you receive a massage, you also benefit from the oils, the different benefits from the vitamins to the oil to rehydrating the skin. Lavender actually is an antibacterial, so it helps to clean wounds, things like that. The aromatherapy helps people to they smell it and they feel relaxed, they calm down. Hmm.
However, they are two separate things,
Yeah.
healthcare and food, culinary delights.
Yeah, yeah.
How did you start with all of these? How did you start with these uh these projects of yours?
Well, it's funny because when I decided to get married, I don't know what happened to me. I stopped having classes. I stopped, working as a teacher. So I had my last 80 pesos in cash, no, and I was like, what am I gonna do? So I went to La Viga and I bought whatever I could. I think it was like 20 pesos of shrimp and one fillet of a fish, tilapia, to make a ceviche. I made the ceviche with whatever vegetables I had at home, and I took them to my next class and I sold them for lunchtime. So I doubled my money. Um, so I had no, I more than doubled my money because I sold it at 100 each. With tostadas, with the dressing, everything like that. And the girls were, delighted. My students were delighted, and they started ordering more and more, and referring me. Word of mouth is the best advertising. So I started having different clients. So then, I asked one of my friends that I give classes to if she could do the logo. She did the logo. I did the menu, and boom, that's how Kawamon started. I hired a couple of people, and then COVID hit. So when COVID hit, business started booming really good because I had events, for like 10 people. Different people were like doing, a lot of restaurants were closed at that particular moment. So I started having deliveries. I started to program a route, to make sure that the food gets there on time, warm, and if it was a hot plate, if it was ceviche, then it didn't matter. It had to be really cool. And um, so yeah, that's how it took off. It took off in COVID, and when I didn't have anything to do, I started planning. I started a small indoor garden at home. I started looking into massage therapy. I do reflexology. I give massages to. I utilize like the digipuntura. So this is the ancient Chinese and Japanese methods for knowing about the different points, pressure points, and when you give a massage on your hands or on your feet or on your ears, all of our nerve endings get to these uh, you know extremities. And if you massage your ear, your body starts to feel that, and it gets relaxed. The pressure that we have inside of our body, they all come down to here. So if we massage our hands and our feet and our ears, it's like if we were massaging our whole body. So in the interior, so I started doing reflexology. I started healing myself. I started, looking at the different nerve endings and how to improve that. But I could never find a great massage oil. You know what I mean? You could find like the manteca de cacao. You could find different oils.
Yeah.
So I started looking into this, and I started saying, okay, so you have vitamin A, you have vitamin D, you have different types of oils that you can infuse in order to get a great oil. So then I started expanding my menu and my product line, and that's how both businesses started after, in COVID.
All right. What are
Yeah.
the advantages of being an online entrepreneur?
Yeah, definitely. One of my friends, before I started with Kawamon, I was talking to him, and he said, "Yeah, you tell me how much you need, and we could start the business." So I was looking into renting a space in March. No, before that, I think January, February, and then March, COVID hit. So my wife was like, "No, you should wait a little bit. You should wait a little bit." So when I waited, COVID hit, and everybody closed their restaurants, right? So the advantage was that I could continue with my business, and it actually grew instead of going bankrupt. Because if I would have opened the business, I would have just to get in the door, it was about 60,000 just to get in the door. In order to recoup that money, then I would have waited like at least a year or two, maybe, because investing in the foods and everything like that, and publicity, etc. So that was the great advantage that I wasn't paying rent.
With the food delivery service, would you like to have maybe a little restaurant or
I'm thinking that more along the line when I have time for it, because I give classes, I give English classes, so that's my business. I mean, I'm not going to stop doing this until I get tired of it. I don't think I'll get tired of it because, online working online, you're at home, you're talking to people, and you're making money.
actually that was going to be my next question, like how do the interactions work between you and your customer? You sort of like gave us an idea with how things work with El Caguamon, but
Right.
what about Nature's Finest, which is
hmm
your other business?
Well, basically, as I mentioned, word of mouth has been the best for me because people refer me. Matter of fact, I have a couple of packages that I need to deliver after this, and I do everything online, bro. I do everything online. So then, I meet people in Guadalajara. These packages are going to Nayarit, Guadalajara. I sent to Sonora. I've sent to Tijuana. I've sent to different parts of the Republic, Mexican Republic, and to the city. To the city. Two of them are going to the city. Unfortunately, I don't have time to go and deliver myself, so I have to use the 99 minutes and different red pack, and they deliver, and it's not that expensive. So I prefer to invest in that so that my time can be spent in something else than actually going to deliver. So I have contact with them by phone. I deliver my catalog to them. If they contact me through the internet, then if it was necessary to personalize a particular oil that they need, then we talk on the phone. Once I give them the catalog, they tell me, okay, so I would like two of these or one of these, or I would like to try that, or whatever. No, so in my catalog, it gives you, it's a brochure basically, where it tells you what are the benefits, what it's for, how to use it, and the ingredients.
What are some of the bumps that you sometimes come across to?
Well, at the beginning, it was the shipping because I had to deliver them myself. So it could be a little tiresome. It could be a little bit also expensive because of gas prices, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Um, or I didn't have the experience to really know how to utilize the different applications and services that there are. As a normal person, I used to go to DHL and send my package, no?
Sure.
But now that I've had more experience in this, now I utilize applications in order to get better prices, better commodities. Sometimes in different applications, they come and pick them up at your house. So you don't even need to leave the house. And you can pay online, or you can go to an OXXO and pay, or whoever's going to pay, you just send them the number, they pay at the OXXO, they give you the line, and then you send it. So it's great.
All right. All right.
Yeah, like
Well,
bumps, really, it was just that, just the shipping, because
just
mm,
like adapting to this new process,
yeah,
so to
exactly.
speak.
Yeah, yeah, to find the best service for the best price, and be efficient in your delivery.
All right, Tony. Well, thank you so much for your information. Thank you so much for your participation once again. As I said, glad to have you back here. And well,
Pleasure.
to all of our viewers, hope you have been entertained so far.
Yeah,
Don't tune out because we are still have more
yeah.
information yet to come.
Make sure
But
make sure to check El Caguamon, El Caguamon on Instagram, and Nature's Finest 77. on
We'll
Instagram
do
also.
it, Tony. We'll do it, Tony.
Take
Thank you
care,
so
guys.
much, bro. Have a nice night.
Likewise.
All right, guys. So that was the perspective from an entrepreneur, from a salesman, a businessman that works online. But now, from this bit of the show, maybe you can relate yourself a little bit more because we're going to see the perspective of a customer. And that's also a question for you. What do you normally buy? What do you like to shop online? What do you search for? Be sure to leave your answers in the comments. It's always a delight to have direct interaction with you. But as I understand, our next guest, who has also been on the show before, has a little bit of an, mm, I don't want to say excessive, but in his own words, he told me that he online shops a lot, a lot, and that actually caught my attention. I do it, but maybe he does it more often than I do. Well, definitely he does it more often than I do. So, without further ado, let's bring out Eric.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, Eric, welcome back. How you doing, bro?
All's cool, all cool. How about you?
I'm great, man. I'm great, man. This has been a wonderful show. I'm having a good time, and I can wait. I can't wait on hearing your perspective of things. Mostly, which sites do you often use? As I said at the beginning of the broadcast, right now there are tons of options. Which ones do you use?
I mostly use Amazon and Mercado Libre because they have this warranty in which you can return a product. You have like a whole month to
Hmm.
return a product if you don't like it or if it's defective or anything. And that's why I use those two.
What do you normally search for? Like, what do you normally buy online?
Well, it depends, but this year I purchased a new computer. So recently, what I have bought is mostly like stuff for the computer. No, the last thing I bought was a keyboard, for example.
Cool.
But sometimes we buy clothes. I bought some shoes from Mercado Libre. Um, and from Xi'an we buy clothes. Yes.
Do you think that you normally shop more using online services than actually going into a store?
Yes. I mean, except for
Oh,
food, food we buy it in
of
person.
course.
No, but other things we usually buy them online.
Wow.
And
Now,
I think this
mhm,
was a consequence of the pandemic, the lockdown, no, because
sure.
stores closed, supermarkets closed. So we started
Yeah.
doing this, and now we got used to doing it, and that's what we do now.
However, nothing is perfect. What are the inconveniences that you sometimes bump into when shopping online?
The changes in prices, like you're checking something one day and you see, oh, this price is good, and literally the next day you check and the price went up. No, that can happen. The prices can change from one day to another. um, as I said, getting damaged products,
or low quality products. No, like you see the picture and you go like, oh, this looks really nice. You buy it, you get it, and then it breaks. No, like very quickly.
Or something that happened to me and also tell me if it has happened to you. And also, this is for all of our viewers. I was so mad because I bought these sneakers. I buy sneakers online all the time. Well, not all the time, but you know that's what I regularly buy. And once I got them, they look nothing like the picture. Like it was like a bootleg version of the ones that I bought. I'm like, dude, what's up? And I'm like, no, I mean, this is my merch. And I had like those troubles, those kind of troubles. Has that happened to you?
Yes, with a pair of gloves that I bought for the bike.
Oh,
Um, they looked really nice, and when we got them, they looked, the materials looked terrible. I swear, I wore them twice, and the second time when I was taking them off, they just broke. No, and I was like,
no.
yeah.
They were old and tattered.
No, they were new, but the materials were like instead of soft, they were like stiff, like hard,
Yes.
so they just ripped apart.
You as a regular customer, do you always receive all your merchandise in the promised time?
Yes, I have. Fortunately, it has happened, and sometimes even before, especially with Amazon.
Okay, okay, okay.
I just recently bought something. Actually, it was imported from the US, and it estimated like 4 weeks. And in the end, it arrived in two. So it was quite fast.
Half the time.
Yeah.
Why do you think that online shopping is gaining more and more usage and more popularity with the pass of time?
Well, as I said before, it all began with the pandemic. People started doing home office, going out less. So that's why they started buying more things online. And something that I really like is that you can find anything on the same site. If you went shopping to an actual physical store, you would have to visit one store and then go to another one and then
Yeah.
another one because they all sell different things. But online, like everything is in the same place.
Have you ever thought of starting an online business, maybe on a social network? And if you have, what would it be about?
Selling things, not really. I haven't, but my girlfriend has. She like almost 2 years ago, she was selling silver jewelry.
Oh,
We went to Tasco. She
uh,
bought a bunch of things, and then she tried to sell those things online, and it worked. I mean, not very well, but it worked. She sold most of the jewelry.
is there anything you regret buying online?
Anything I regret buying online? I would say this this
A
lighter.
Zippo
Yeah,
lighter.
because it was quite expensive, but then I found it on a physical store, and it
Yeah.
was like half the price, and I was like, good.
No. Oh
Mhm.
man. But hey, I mean, it looks fire. Like, looks cool.
Yeah,
At
it's cool,
least.
but it was too expensive
Oh
when I
man.
saw the actual price.
Oh man. Sorry to ask you that. Now, the next one. What has been the thing that you bought that as soon as you got it, you were like, dude, I just wanted it. Like, maybe I don't need it at all.
Mhm. The keyboard that I told you, the last thing I bought. I didn't
But,
really need it because
uh
I
huh.
already had another one, which was quite old, like 6 years old or seven. But I bought this one and then I started using it and I was like, wow, this feels smooth. No, like
Oh,
I can even type faster.
all right.
Mhm.
What has been the craziest thing you have bought online?
Crazy.
Yeah, I know that it's a little ambiguous, but focus on the expensive part, and maybe it was little hard. If it was a little hard to move, like maybe because it was very big or very delicate.
Okay, I would say my computer.
You bought your
Um,
computer online? Wow.
yes, actually, that one I bought it directly from a store in Mazatlan. So
Okay.
I found, I don't even remember how, but I found the store. I sent them a WhatsApp. We talked about what I wanted. No, they built it as I asked for it. Uh, and it was funny because I didn't pay with a card or anything. It was a transfer. No, so I paid like 60% with the transfer first. They built it and they told me when you finish paying, we send it. No, so I had to save
That's
like for another month. I paid the rest and then they sent it. Uh, it's a very delicate thing. I was kind of worried, but it got here like in 5 or 6 days, and it arrived in perfect conditions.
you're transmitting from there,
Yeah,
right?
yes,
Yeah, it works.
it
Good to
works.
know. It works. Good to know. Well, Eric, as usual, well, first of all, thanks a lot for the technical part, and also thanks a lot for being once again a guest in the Let's Talk show. Thank you for everything that you share, and I'm looking forward to shop. I'm feeling like shopping right now afterwards. Let's see how we go.
Yeah, be careful.
I will. I will. I will. I've heard everything you told. And that's it for today, bro. Please have a good evening, rest, and the next day, have a beautiful one. And
You
that's all
too.
for all of our guests as well, for all of our viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to be aware of next week's show because the topics are going to be wild. Maybe not wild, but very interesting as usual. I am Mike Reese, your host. Goodbye and good night.